Welcome, as we begin our second week into exploring cryptid America. Tonight we learn of the Adlet, or the Alaskan Wolfpeople. The coldest and wildest frontier to be completely explored is Alaska. The Inuit people have a rich history of supernatural lore. It is a state of unknown cryptids, and this is where our tale begins. We had a hunting party of 4 experienced outdoor men. It was the end of September, as hunting season started at the beginning of the month. We were hoping to bag a moose or a couple. That would provide more than enough meat for our families. We had a guide, as we were not familiar with hunting moose in the area. The guide was Inuit, and he lived with his people in the area. He tried to warn us of the red wolf. Shoot to kill if we ever found one. This was odd, as wolves are endangered, and we are here to hunt moose. Red wolves are not native to this area, but only red wolves are the Adlet. Unholy creatures that are both wolf and man, born from a cursed union. They will attack, slaughter, feast, and leave no one alive. They only fear fire and silver, for nothing else will harm them. We laughed at his fairy tale, calling him a fool, and that we did not believe in werewolves. We found a suitable hunting spot with moose tracks all around. As we got into our hunting stance, we noticed vultures circling the sky, and that's when the smell hit us. A rotten carcass downwind, only a few yards away. The wind did a good job of hiding it from us when we arrived. But now we were downwind and we smelled every rotten scent. It was a large bull, or what was left of it. The head, hide, and bones littered the ground. The remaining parts, all the flesh, was gone. But there were many tracks. Being experienced hunters, we knew those tracks. They belonged to wolves. These tracks were larger than any we had ever seen before. Larger than a man's hand, and still fresh in the ground. We decided it would be best to leave the area before it was too late. That's when we heard it. A howl echoed through the silent forest. Then more howls joined in, making it a total of 6 howls. But these howls were weird. We all had dogs, and we knew a wolf's howl from experience in the woods. But this was different. These were human. And they ended in howls. It started off with a loud scream, very deep, and then it became a howl. It freaked us out. The call was soon replaced with heavy running as they came from all areas around us. Leaves crunched as the heavy footfalls came closer to our group. They were not trying to be quiet, but instead rush us in hopes of taking us down quickly. We aimed our rifles into the tree line surrounding us. We stood back to back. Our guide began to pray in his native speech. And then he began to load his .44 Magnum revolver. This gun had enough power to stop a bear in its tracks. Then I noticed his ammo was pure silver. Seconds later, we saw a red fur, followed by eyes and a mouth full of teeth. The creatures walked on two legs into the opening of the trees. They towered over all of us as they stood easily 8 feet tall. They were lean and muscular, a runner's body. They also possessed a wolf's head, large fangs. Red fur covered their naked bodies, and their hands ended in deadly claws. Those teeth were stained red from fresh kills, and they stared down at us with dull, amber eyes. These monsters would fit well into any werewolf horror movie you can imagine. I took aim and blasted into the largest one. A shot into that massive chest. It did not even look at the chest. It staggered but remained standing. My .270 Winchester could drop a moose, but not this thing before us. It grunted as the others joined in, almost like they were laughing at us. The guy had aimed his revolver and shot the same one dead in the chest. An explosion of red liquid came from the torso as the beast grabbed its chest and fell. Another one moved closer and it was shot too. With two beasts dropped, the others stopped and looked down at them. Just like these creatures, we realized silver would kill them. They dragged the two dying back into the tree line while growling and watching us with cold, hard eyes. We watched as they vanished into the forest. It seemed an eternity for us, but was probably only about 20 minutes since they left. We made our way down the trails, back to our four-wheelers. Every eye watched and listened for the creatures to come back. We placed many miles between us and that wretched place. When we thought it was safe, we stopped. The man gladly refunded our money, and I left that cursed land. That was the last time I went to Alaska to hunt or even visit, preferring now to stay in the States. I now carry silver ammo in my .44 Magnum everywhere I go. You may laugh, but you did not see the monsters I did. The Adlet are real, and I pray that I never meet one again. Werewolf, dogman, or even Sasquatch, whatever they are, wherever they came from, just stay far, far away from me. If you enjoyed that, check out my other videos. Give me a like and subscribe, and comment on any other video or creature you would like to hear about next. As next week, we make our way to Arizona and discover what monsters we can find out there. Beware, the Shadowland is closer than you think it is.